All right. What's up, everybody? It's Elijah, and welcome to part three of the Google Ads for Dog Trainers series. In this video, we're going to be covering exactly what it takes to beat your competition, create ads that resonate with your market, and ultimately get you favored by the Google algorithm so that you consistently show up on the first page of the search results for people looking for a dog training solution. With that said, if you haven't watched part one or two of this series yet, pause this video, go watch one and two, and then come back here to part three. Every video in this series should be watched in sequential order. They all build off of each other. I can't stress that enough, okay? So if you haven't watched one and two, pause this, go watch them, and come back. With that said, let's dive into the video. So, each day, thousands of dog owners go to Google in search of a dog training solution. And with about 3,000 dog owners to every one trainer in the US, there is no shortage in demand. Yet still, only a few will get the lion's share of exposure in the search results, while the rest get second page scraps. Why? Because the algorithm favors them more. Why? Because they're giving the algorithm what it wants. What does the algorithm want? To provide users with a good experience. How are they providing users with a good experience? By meeting the user where they are and guiding them to where they want to be. How do they do that? Well, it starts with research. Diligent market research will reveal the insights you need to build a compelling ad that resonates with your market and elicits action like form fills and phone calls. If you want to be favored by the algorithm and get an unfair advantage against your competitors, you must know how to communicate with your lens through the lens of a marketer. A lot of you watching this might believe that you know your market. You probably know a lot about dog training. You might even know a little bit about business, but that does not mean you know your market or how to communicate with your market in a way that resonates with them. That's what I'm going to teach you how to do in this video. Do not skip this task below, even if you think you know your market. So, we're simply identifying two key insights from the market: pain points and desired outcome. Their pain points represent where they are, painful experiences they're dealing with, the emotions that are felt, the problems caused, the time that's being wasted, right? Language being used, right? So what language are they using to describe these problems? Desired outcome, where they want to be, activities they finally get to enjoy, worries they no longer have, the positive effect on their relationship, language being used. What language are they using? What verbiage are they using to describe these outcomes that they want, to describe these pain points, these painful experiences that they're having, right? And basically what you have here through this little diagram is a gap of where they are now and where they want to be. Your services and how you deliver them to your clients are the bridge to this gap. Let me go ahead and zoom in so we could see this a little bit better here. So as you can see, what we have here is a little bridge, right? This is where someone is now. This is where they want to be. Your service and how you deliver it is the bridge, or is the fills the gap between these 2 points of the bridge. I call these your bridge blocks, okay? So your service is the bridge to this gap. The outcomes you deliver, the benefits of your service. Can they trust you? What kind of programs you offer? A safety net, which we'll touch on in just a minute. Your offer. All of these little bridge blocks here play a role in getting someone from where they are now to where they want to be, which is on this side. It's up to you to be able to communicate with them to get them to take each step to the other side. Oops, let me zoom in a bit more. By conducting thoughtful research, you'll be able to connect the dots between their pains and desires to your services and elicit the response you want, like form submissions and phone calls. We'll go over how to tie everything together in the next video, but for now, we're just gathering the raw material you need to build out a great ad. Again, simply focus on the two key insights mentioned above, your market's pains, your market's desires. All right, so with that said, I have a little worksheet here for you guys. It's going to be linked below. Again, we don't need your email, totally free. Go ahead and grab it. And make sure you guys do this. Do not skip this step. This is going to lay the foundation for everything else we are going to do moving forward, from building out your landing page to building out your ads. This is going to be essential. Do not skip this step. So keep this simple. What we have here for you guys is just a basic research worksheet, and you guys need to complete it. Okay. I'll go ahead and run through it all now. First things first, keep this simple. Don't overthink it, right? Jot down a bunch of notes, recognize patterns, then trim down your notes to only contain 80% of the problems, pains, and desires your market's describing. So initially, you're going to be tempted to just like jot down a bunch of stuff through your research. And after a couple hours, you're going to start to recognize patterns. Go ahead and keep the 80% of what you see as far as their pains, problems, and desires, and then just remove the rest. So problems. So right here we have problems. Go ahead, and I'll explain in a minute how to do the research, but go ahead, do your research, and jot down the problems that your market is having. Okay. For example, their dog pulls on the leash. The dog is resource guarding, excessive chewing, etc. These are all problems. Go ahead and list out your market's problems. Quotes, language being used. So some of the best research material you're going to find will be in quotes, how your market is describing the issue and the language they're using. So when you find a good quote, go ahead and paste it here. To communicate with your market well, you want to use words that they use. Pains. For example, dog doesn't take their dog to the park anymore, feels anxious when people come over. It's taking a toll on their relationship. So these are pains that someone is dealing with from these problems. Go ahead and list out some pains, list down some quotes. Where they are now, the desirable outcome. Better relationship with their dog, feels confident on walks, doesn't worry anymore when people come over, whatever it might be, right? Go ahead and mark that stuff down, right? Now we understand where our market is, where they are now, by understanding their pains and their problems, and we understand where they want to be by understanding their desired outcome. Next thing we got to do is think about how we can connect our service to their desires and outcomes to get the action we want. So this is when we're going to be building our bridge blocks, okay? So what are some specific tangible outcomes people can expect after working with you? What pains are being alleviated from achieving these outcomes? What specific things do you do to ensure your clients will get success and not waste their time or money? What specific things do you do to make your service convenient for people? Do you offer things like pickup and drop off, payment plans, free evaluations? Excuse me. What credibility do you have? Awards, certifications, reviews? List the types of services you offer and provide bullet points outlining the specific advantages and disadvantages of each one. So these are all pretty self-explanatory. Go ahead and fill these out, especially off the back of your research that you did here. Consider the research you've done and build out your bridge blocks. Okay? This should be something that probably takes you 2 to 3 hours or more. Don't try to rush through this. Don't try to skip this. It's so important, and I promise later on you will thank yourself that you did this work. Okay? So, really quick, how do you do the research? Where do I start? Well, really, you don't have to overthink it much, guys. Go to Google, read Google reviews from other dog trainers, local and out of state. So just go to Google, look for dog trainers all over the US, ideally ones that have a lot of reviews, and read through the reviews. There's so much insight you can get by reading reviews. Read good and bad reviews. Both are helpful for your research. I find Google reviews to be one of the best places to do that for research. Okay. Another place you can do is, or go rather, is Facebook groups, right? So join local groups in your area or other dog owner communities and see what they're saying. You can also use online forums like Reddit, which is another great place for research. Okay. So Google reviews, Facebook groups, Reddit, those three areas are really, those three platforms are really all you need to build out great ads. Okay. And that's it for this video. Do not skip this step, guys. Make sure you get this done. I promise. I know these first couple videos are kind of boring, but we're laying down the foundation. And I promise later on, when we create the ads and the landing page, you'll be very thankful that you got this research stuff done. All right. That's it.